What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a replay. I have actually two replays. I played the Friday free roll on the Go Format Discord, and I made it to the finals. I was in the winners bracket, and we played two matches. He got me the first one, and I got him the second one. But we're gonna showcase what actually went down and what plays went down and how it went down. He was playing Warriors, and I am on the same exact deck as I've been on the last two videos. So if y'all want to see that deck, make sure to check out the video I posted before this one. It's on there. So we will go to the duel records here. And it's versus Plank G, but his name is C4ID36. So let's see what happens here. This is the finals right here. He has to beat me twice, and I only have to beat him once because I'm in the winner's bracket and he was in the losers. So I throw paper, he throws paper. I throw scissors, and he throws rock. I was thinking he was going to go double paper, but he went rock and got me. So that sucked. So, game one, he opens Tribe, Rhoda, Upstart, Snatch, Saku, and Pot of Greed. So, a pretty nice hand for him. I've got the absolute dirt here. MST, Thunder Dragon, Saku, Night Assailed, and Thunder Dragon. Got the double Thunder Dragon, which is terrible. He Pot of Greeds into Dust Tornado and Exiled. He decides to set the Dust in the Saku and pass. I draw into Breaker, so that's a pretty good draw for me right here. I decide just to blind MST one of them, hoping to hit Torrential or Ring, but I hit the Saku, so now I'm thinking that was not the best MST. Wish I would hit the other one, but it's fine. And then I run Breaker out, and I break, so a pretty decent start right here, but not really. We got fireworks going in the background. I don't know if y'all heard that. So I hit him for the 16, and I discard Thunder Dragon, and I only add one because I opened two. Like, awesome. That's so great. So I set the Saku and just pass. I'm actually main decking one Sakuretsu armor in this deck, which is pretty nice against Warriors. He draws into Ring of Destruction for his turn. So as you could tell, it is not going that great for me. He just Rhodas into this Ninja Grandmaster here. And he goes to battle. And I have to Sakuretsu armor it. No option. He sets Jar and sets Ring, or he sets Upstart and sets Ring here and passes. It's a little questionable, but it is what it is. I draw into Ring of Destruction, which is a pretty nice draw. I go to battle, hit him for 1600, and looks like he takes a 16 again. So I set Ring and I just pass. I decide not to set this Night Assailant. He draws into Premature Burial, so he plays the Premature Burial, and he gets out his Ninja, and I activate Ring, then I just fresh the top deck, so that was pretty nice. He's at 22, I'm at 62. And main phase 2, he sets Exiled and passes. So now I just decide just to go to battle and attack. He uses Ring of Destruction, so that does suck. Now he's at 600 though, and I'm at 46. So now I decide just to set Night Assailant and pass, because I'm just like, screw it. And he flips the Exiled and pops the face down with the Exiled and hits me for 1400 with Don Zalug. And he gets one of the Thunder Dragons, so he doesn't get me out sword. So this is nice. So now I'm just going to have to go for it here. I don't decide to attack because I want to, if he does stop his singing, I want to get his Dark out of the graveyard. So I instantly just banish here. And I summon Sengen. That does kind of get punished for Torrential, but he didn't have it. So I got game one. I'm like, alright, this is awesome. Let's go. So now he'll get to go first again on me. The deck is pretty nice. I mean, it just opened up with Thunder Dragon and still wins. So he's got a pretty nice hand here. Breaker, Pot, Solemn, Heavy, Saku, Knock. And he draws into Dust and Sakuretsu off the Pot of Greed. The Watchers are coming in. And he decides to set Saku and set Dust Tornado and pass. So I kind of did throw this game. That's for damn sure. So I use Heavy Storm, and I get a quick plus there, and I drop this Kaiku here. Warriors are just so tough. I mean, it's just a tough deck to play against. So I set the Book of Moon, I summon the Kaiku, and I just pass. I hit him for 18. So he's going to fire this Heavy Storm here. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Maybe I should have used Graceful right there. Probably should have. And he hits me for the 100, and he sets Saku and Soul. So it's pretty much all she wrote. I don't think there's much I can do. I try to play Graceful now. See, I definitely should have used Graceful last turn, because he wouldn't have been able to solo him, because I got that heavy playoff. And I don't understand why he didn't set everything and then just go for the solo. Like, I don't know. But he played it really well, though. I'm not going to lie. He played this one pretty good. So I have to go for Tribe here because I read this was Saku and I was right. He set a Saku and just passed. He draws into Dushu, which is pretty dead. He decides to run out the Mystic Swordsman, hits me for the 900. I say okay. And he sets Dushu and Knock. I have no light. So yep, definitely should have played that Graceful. That's probably why I lost. I probably would have won this game if I used Graceful, I feel like. So he sets a solo, so yeah, it's just a wrap. Because then I would have had another card. I would have 3 cards. Those 3 cards I just drew, I could have drew 3 different cards every single turn. So definitely threw this game. So he hits me for the 900, and then he smacks me with Kaiku. I try to Saku it, and there's the Solemn Judgment. So not looking that great for me. I'm just hoping that God just to draw a Ring of Destruction or something or anything. But it's not looking like it's happening here. I'm going to say I threw this game because I didn't Graceful that turn I heavied. I tried to wait on it, to go for some kind of fodder. Because his deck plays Thunder Dragon, obviously. It plays Night Assailant, it plays Sinister. So I don't like the Graceful with no fodder. So, and it ended up biting me in the butt. But it's fine. So I draw a Greed, and I draw Book of Moon for turn, and I draw into the Saku. I set Saku and Book and just pass. He draws MST. He fires the MST. And I try to get him here, and maybe he like won't flip his Kaiku. So I Book of Moon the Kaiku, and I'm like, maybe he'll think I have Torrential and just not flip it. But unfortunately, just flips it up. He hits me, and I just have to Sakuretsu Armor it. I draw an MST, which is pretty dead. I set the MST and just pass. He draws to another Dushu, which is dead as well. So he's got a lot of dead cards in his hand, but I have nothing going here. I in-phase the new one. Case is Jar of Greed or something, but it was Dushu. So now I just find Mask of Darkness and I crash, which is really nice. If I would have found Thunder Dragon there, I still won the 1, but hey. He draws into Solemn Judgment, which is really nice for him, because if he wouldn't have, I would have won. But unfortunately, he drew the perfect card he needed, so it is what it is. So I have to just drop this BLS here and just try to go for it. Gambler, and it does get punished because he has the Solemn, so that does suck. He draws Dust Tornado, so he's still not looking like a lot. I draw him the Solemn Judgment, and I set it. He in-phase Dusts me. Okay, he top decks the Blade Knight. There goes the big BK, Burger King. He's having it his way. Hits me for the 2 bands. I draw on the Sangan. I set the Sangan and pass, and I know he has Knock, so there's really nothing I can do. So we're going to game 3 now. I leave because I wouldn't let me side deck that game. So definitely have to side deck every game. I get to go first game 3. I open Night Assailant, Jar Greed, Snatch Steel, Swords, Faith, and Chaos Sword. He's got Ring, Saku, Heavy, Solemn, and Exiled. So I decide to set Jar Greed and pass. He draws into Pot of Greed, which is really nice. So now he decides to Heavy Storm. I chain the Jar Greed. So that's really nice for me, but he pot agrees into Upstart and Knock. He decides to set Ring of Destruction and just pass here. So at this point, I think I'm gonna win this game, but he got me in the end. Like spoiler alert, he ends up winning this one. But it was still really good matches though we had. So I summon the Kaiku. I try to go to battle for 18. He decides to ring it. So 1 for 1 there he gets. My Kaiku will perish. I activate Swords, and I just pass. He draws in the Blade Knight. He decides to set Sakuretsu Armor, and set Knock, and set Solemn, and pass. So this guy does set a lot of, like, questionable shit. I've noticed that. But it's pretty good, though. It's like mind tricks. I like the way he plays, to be honest. Like, he's not. He's going to keep the opponent guessing. And that's what this game is all about. You don't know what your opponent is going to do when he's going to do it. So I decided just to pass because I don't really have much I can really do here. I know he's sitting on a knock. I know he's sitting on Blade Knight and shit. So he runs the breaker out and he pops my sword. So that sucks. He hits me for the 1600. I say okay. That's fine. I draw into Solemn Judgment. I decide to summon Tribe here. And he says okay, no problem. I use Tribe's effect. I decide just to discard this Faith here because there's really nothing I can grab. And I'm trying to get the Dark and Light Engrave. He Saku's the Tribe. I set Solemn and set Mirror Force and just pass. He draws in the Call of the Haunted. So he decides to set the Call of the Haunted and set the Upstart and then run the Blade Knight out and tries to hit me for 2k, but I instantly just Mirror Force. This is probably a misplay, but it actually ended up working out because he did use a Solemn Judgment, so it's all good. So this turn I could have killed him, I think. Yeah, I think I could have killed him this turn. Yeah, I definitely could have. I could have just... Oh no, I couldn't have killed him. Yeah, I could have killed him, yeah. Yeah, this is where I definitely misplayed. I was actually thinking about just going for it too, but I decided not to. So I would have just won this turn. Instead, I did something really stupid. All I had to do was just drop Chaos Sword, Snatch Steel, attack for game. And I had the Solemn Judgment. But my dumbass, trying to act like I know what I'm doing in this game by any measures, which obviously I don't, but he bluffed the shit out of me though. Like, I'm not going to lie, he really did. I really thought these 3 back rows were something that was going to shit on me. So unfortunately, I just decided to drop this sword here in defense, which was a terrible play. Well, after knowing the fact that he had no back rows. So I'm thinking like I don't want him to get his BLS, and I set Deco and just pass, which is god-awful terrible. So he pretty much beats me because of this. So he knocks my Deco, which really sucks. And he runs out Exiled Force. And he pops. And then he Call the Haunted's the Breaker, hits me for 16, putting me down to a stack. I draw an MST, which is pretty nice. I decide just to Snatch Steel him here. And he Dust Tornadoes me. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I set the MST and set the Night of Sail and pass. I really did throw this game big time. Like, I should have just went for it that turn. I don't know why I didn't. That was really dumb. So now he decides to summon Kaiku. Again, I maybe should have just solemned here, but I decided not to. So he decides to attack with the Kaiku first. And which really sucks because now I have to just pop the Kaiku here. And then I just MST his back row. Yeah, definitely misplayed this game. Could have won. So it's like, when you go for it, I'm going to pause for a minute. This is how this game is. Like, when you don't go for it, they end up not having anything, and you're looking like an idiot. And you're like, oh shit, I should have definitely done that. And then when you go for it, they have Mirror Force, they have Torrential, they have Saku, they have Ring, they have whatever the hell they got to stop you. So that's the problem. So I draw into Saku, I set the Saku and pass. He draws into Premature Burial. So he plays the Premature Burial here. I just say, okay, that's fine. He gets his Kaiku. He goes to battle, tries to hit me, and I just Sakuretsu Armor it. And he just passes. He still does not use Upstart. I think that's funny that he's just not Upstarted. Like, I just don't understand why he wouldn't have already Upstarted. I draw Heavy Storm, and I literally just pass because I don't know if this is heavy. I don't know what the hell it is. I mean, I guess if it was heavy, he would have played it last turn, but he draws into Snatch Steel, which is pretty dead here. He Upstarts Goblins. Upstart Goblin into a Solemn Judgment. He sets the Solemn. And he sets the Snatch and just passes. I draw into a Zambira the Dark, which is really bad because he can't attack directly. So I'm just saying, damn it, I wish it was a damn fucking Berserkerilla. I wish it was a ooh, I am Berserkerilla, but instead it's a Zambira. So I decide to just say screw it and run out the Zambira because Ring is gone, and I'm just like, let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. So And I just have to literally I set the heavy as a bluff and just pass. He draws into Upstart Goblin. He sets the Upstart and just passes. Okay, I draw into Zambira. Maybe I should have just fired this Heavy Storm right here. But I don't know. Let's see what happens. So he draws into a Knock, which again is just nothing for him. He can't do anything with it. So we're literally just had a stalemate here. I draw into Ring of Destruction, which is pretty much dead for me at the moment, kind of. But we're going to see what happens, though, with this ring. So I set the ring and just pass. So after throwing this game completely, let's see what ends up happening. So he draws into the Rhoda, which is a really good draw for him. He fires the Rhoda. I'm like, okay, that's fine. He gets his Blade Knight. He decides to Snatch Steel, and I'm just like, I pretty much just have to Solemn Judgment this, or I'm just dead. So I Solemn Judgment it, and he decides to Solemn Judgment this. So now I'm just like, okay, this is actually really nice, because we are both at the same life points now. So he's going to try to run this Blade Knight out on me, and unless he has the third Solemn, it's going to be a tie. So I'll take the tie versus the loss there. Should have won that game for sure. Definitely misplayed. So 2 games in a row, I got the best of me. Misplayed. So now we throw the RPS. I throw paper. He throws rock. So I get him. So it's like, all right, I get to go first. Awesome. I'm thinking I'm going to clean this shit up. After getting the tie here, we're going to game 4. I open pretty bad here. It's not the greatest hand. I'm not going to lie. So I open Faith, Solemn, Zambira, Saku, Jar Greed, and Solemn. So double Solemn. He's got Rhoda, Mirror Force, DD Warrior Lady, Ninja Grandmaster, and Dust Tornado. So he has been outplaying me a little bit. Last game, he definitely got the best of me. Should have just went for it and said screw it. But it's fine. I'm glad it didn't, because now I get more content. I can show you all these 2 replays of what happened. So it's better. Everyone wins, pretty much. So now I decide just to set my whole hand here. Jar, Solemn, Saku, and Solemn. And I just pass here. Maybe I should have just set the Faith here, hoping I draw a spell, but it just doesn't work out. So he draws Solemn Judgment for turn. So he's got Solemn, Dust, Ninja, DD Warrior Lady, Mirror Force, and Rhoda. So he decides to just run the Ninja out right away and go to battle for 1800. And I just say, okay, that's fine. Hit me for the 1800. And he sets the Dust Tornado, and the Solemn, and the Rhoda, and the Mirror Force, and just passes. So I'm like, okay, shitload of back rows. Let's go. I draw an MST, which is pretty nice here, kind of, but it gives me some kind of live shit for my Faith here, but this is really like a crucial hit here. I wish I would have just targeted this one right here. Obviously, I would have probably won this game right here if I just targeted this one, but instead I did not do that. So now I just set the MST and set the Faith and just pass. He draws into a Torrential Tribute. So he goes to battle, and out of all 4 of them, or 3 now, because he uses Rhoda, which sucks. So he Rhodas me, and he gets Exile Force. And I just try here to Solemn Judgment this. And I'm thinking that he's going to Solemn it, which he does end up doing, so we pay both half. And now I wish I would have hit this one versus this one, so I hit the wrong one. And that's probably why I lost this game. So he exiles, I say, okay, that's fine. Decide not to do anything. I don't really know why I even MST here. I'm thinking yeah, that was so stupid to MST there. I don't know why. I don't know what was going through my head there. That was really dumb to MST that. Should have never done that. I should have just Saku'd it and just went on my way, but instead it didn't work out, so definitely misplayed like crazy. I can admit I deserved to lose this game right here. I deserved to lose the second game I played, the third game, and the fourth game. I deserved completely, because I completely threw it. I throw like a baseball, just throwing it, straight throw. So he draws in a Dust Tornado here. He decides to set the Dust Tornado, and he sets the DD Warrior Lady and passes here. I draw into Thunder Dragon, which is pretty dead here. I can't really do much. So I decide just to summon the Zombira here. I don't know what his set is. And he thinks that he's going to get me with something, so he decides to Torrential Tribute. But he's already got me because I misplayed like crazy. I don't know why I even MST'd in battle phase. That was really stupid. I decide just to discard the Thunder Dragon here and grab 2 more. And I just pass. He draws into Ring of Destruction, which is really nice for him. He sets it and just passes. I draw into Faith, which is okay for me, I guess. And now I don't know why I didn't just stand by grab Fate. I mean, grab... Oh, I do. Okay, I do grab the Sinister. Okay. So I grab the Sinister here. And I decide to set the Sinister instead of the Faith here. So that was definitely a crazy play. I probably shouldn't have made. He draws into Sakuretsu Armor. So, yep, I definitely should have just set the Faith right there instead and just said, screw it. If you got it, you got it. But I haven't seen no Nox this game, so I feel like he had something. So, and then he big brains me, or he doesn't big brain me, but he doesn't have a knock or anything. So it's like, haha, joke's on me. I set the Faith, and I set the Saku with this pass. He end phase Dust Tornadoes. So I'm like, okay. And then he draws into Blade Knight here. Now this is where I think he misplays. I don't know why he wouldn't attack the new one versus attacking the old one. He attacks the old one, so that's just how bad I really am at this game, because after him not attacking the Faith, I still end up getting shitted on and lose. So, as you can tell, I haven't drawn any spells at all this whole game. It's just straight traps. Like, can't just draw a good spell. I couldn't just draw Graceful there one time. Or Heavy Storm even. Heavy Storm would have been clutch as shit. So, standby phase, I decide to grab the Sinister back. And then I flip the Faith. And I grab the MST and I use it and I hit again the complete wrong target with MST. Like, awesome. Would have been nice to hit the others, but nope, it didn't happen like that. So, boom, I summon Tsukiyomi, I attack, and he Sakuretsu armors it right away, and that is the game. So, boom, he got me. So now we're going to the new match, and I have to end the video here. So this will be the part 1 of the video. Stay tuned for part 2 of the actual final. That was technically, I guess, the semifinals, you could call it. It was semifinals. And now the next video will be the finals. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hit the like, hit the sub. This will be part 1. Peace out. Bye.